at what time do I need to end?
You may end at, let me check. 9:20. Jason, you may.
9:20. That means I have 30 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
You can make it to 9:25 as well.
So I will end by 9:25.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take as much time as you allow me to.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Because the more time I have, the more engagement I can get, and the more benefit the audience or the participants can obtain, at least for the next 35 minutes. Good evening. I don't want to introduce myself anymore because time is running out, but I share a personal experience about karaoke. My mic wasn't cut off. I was allowed to sing at one of the, I think my friend's wedding as well. But I sang very badly because I was drunk. So the moral of this story is not about singing, even though I'm known as GS today. GS is what? Guest singer. So I'm the guest singer today. So today is all about singing. No, it's not about singing. It's about preparation. If you want to perform on stage, whether as a speaker, as a presenter, or a singer, or a comedian, you have to be well prepared. So I am honored to be here today, invited by Reason and also Even to share some things that I learned from Toastmasters International. This is something I got from the Speechcraft workshop about 2.5 years back. I personally have applied what I've learned in speech contest, and it has helped me garnered 2 times of club first placing for international speech. And this year I'm coming back to contest. Hopefully it also helped me to garner the 3rd time as a first placing in club level. All right, what I'm going to share today is a system that will help you organize your speech. A lot of members in Toastmasters fed back to me and said, when I asked them, when is your next speech? They will tell me, oh, I don't know yet. I said, what is stopping you? I don't know what to talk about. Valid reason, but supported with this system that I will share today, hopefully it will actually make it easier by 50%. The topic is important, but organizing your speech is also important. So I'm going to start sharing screen. Usually when I do this in a face-to-face manner, I felt it's even more engaging. I have once tried it not using PowerPoint, but today, since it's an online format, I will still go back to the safe format of PowerPoint. So I'm sharing my screen right now. If you can't see my screen, better call me. If not, just follow through. Now, this system is called OBC. Speech writing actually is very easy. Learn the system today. You are going to have a good time organizing and writing your next speech. First question, why organize your speech? I need your help. I need your engagement so that I know you are not sleeping. Otherwise, I will also leave and sing karaoke. Why organize our speech? Ladies and gentlemen, just unmute and shout.
A very good or meaningful speech.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying organize the speech so that it's meaningful and good?
Correct.
All right, good. Why else? What other reasons we need to organize our speech, even though it's just about 6.5 minutes?
So that the audience can follow what you're trying to say.
Very good. Who said that?
Michelle Lam.
Michelle Lam. Thank you very much, because I can't see everybody after sharing screen. Give me one more reason, ladies or gentlemen.
Jason, just to have a smooth flow of the presentation.
To allow us to have a smooth flow. So having a smooth flow, getting the audience to get what you are saying, and also allowing our speech to be high quality. So these are the 3 reasons that all 3 of you actually contributed. All of them are valid. That's the reason why we should learn how to organize. So there is an expert who says, speaking or presenting is basically just doing 3 things. Tell them what you're going to do, as I started just now. Tell them I'm doing part 2 right now. And at the end, I'm going to tell you what I've just told you about the OBC system. So basically, it's just 3 parts. There was one participant of this similar workshop that says, Jason, That was a good workshop. And I asked him, so what's one thing you learned from the workshop? Well, I remember the burger. So he said, the best thing about the workshop is this picture of this delicious burger. Yes, just remember the burger if you cannot remember anything else from now on. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and as a closing, tell them what you have told them. This is basically the system. Opening, body, closing. Remember the burger. Do not need to remember the words. I have learned along the way that humans have a hard time remembering words. So today I envision not to read the words, but to tell you how to use it. So the system goes like this in a more methodical manner. And it tells you the reason for being. Opening. Opening is meant to be a hook. Get the audience's attention within the first 30 seconds. Apart from that, the opening is also should be used to acquaint the audience with the topic or establish yourself as the authority to talk about the topic. But the body simply lists out the key central idea and also supported by evidences or example. Many a times I see speeches with quite good content, pretty good topic, good intention, but somehow lacking in the example section. That means you made a point, but you didn't give an example. It also happens a lot in table topics. You made a point. I like to meet so and so. However, you can support it with example. Why I like to meet so and so? Because she reminds me of my so and so. And 20 years ago, I lost my dearest mother, and so on and so forth. So any personal story can be turned into an example to support your body. And closing is just using the final moments to sum up what you have just said. Again, when you practice table topics, this OBC system can also be used. Table topics should also have a summary. In conclusion, I would like to meet so and so because she reminds me of my dearest mother who have moved on 20 years ago. Now, where to start? Do we start to prepare the buns first? Or the middle part where is to me is the most delicious part, the patties or the meat? Or is it somewhere in between these two? Cheese, cucumbers, tomatoes. Who would like to suggest buns, patties, or cheese? Which one should we start first in organizing our next speech?
Patties,
Patties. Why do you say it's patty?
because it's more difficult to make, take more time.
Okay, so you're suggesting the central part, which is the juiciest part of a burger, needs to spend more time. Correct. If the club has a special prize today, let's give it to this person. Sorry, I can't see you, so I don't know who was speaking just now, but great job. Thank you so much. Let's go to do some work. This is suggested by Toastmasters International in the Speech Craft program. There are 5 steps to organize a speech. First, we need to have idea and supported by some brainstorming work. And then you arrange, not the central idea, you arrange your subtopics, which will actually form your body. Let me give you more meat. So firstly, state the speech's central idea in one simple sentence. For example, if we were to craft a speech to encourage people to recycle their bags, I've heard this speech somewhere before. So the central idea might sound like this. Encourage audience or encourage club members to start using recycled bags for shoppings and daily affairs. So that could be a central idea. Later, I'll share one of my contest speech that I used 2 years ago, and then you will see it in action. Follow this with 3 to 5 statements that support the idea. Later, you'll see it in action. The next step is arrange, organize the statements into loose outline and so on and so forth. There are a lot of words, but just focus on these 2 words. Logically and sequentially. You can actually organize your key points in a logical manner. It could be 3 steps to a mindful moment. First step, be aware of your emotions. Second step, third step, and so on. Or it can be organized in a sequential format. For example, when I was young, I was very, very fat and shy. When I was in my 20s, I was still very fat, still a little bit shy. Now, in my 40s, I am also still fat, however, not so shy anymore, thanks to Toastmasters. So that's an example of organizing your content in the body in a sequential manner. It can go by chronology. All right, next step is to elaborate upon each points. Rightfully, 5 to 7 minutes, 3 key points in the body should suffice. Support them with either example or evidence, either involving your real personal story or some facts that you can gather from somewhere. Then only we go back to work on the buns and another bun at the bottom. All right, I'll give you one example right now using my own contest speech, past contest speech. So when I was trying to think of what speech to use for the contest, I didn't know what to do, but somehow I think I want to tell the audience this. I want them to believe that everything in your life happens for a good reason. Not only they happen for a reason, I believe, and I want them to believe that even bad things happens for a good reason. So that became my one sentence central idea for my contest speech. And then I went through some brainstorming myself. Supporting statements, come up with 3 to 5 supporting statements that supports the central idea. So this was one. I climbed to the top in Korea. Oh, I landed my dream job in FMCG many decades ago. I discovered my life purpose somewhere later in my life. I was in depression and also underperformed on my job. The last supporting statement that I came up with, I fell off the cliff. These are 5 supporting statements which I felt at the time were the 5 most impactful. No right or wrong. It's a personal story. Only I will understand. So I brainstorm up to 5. And the next step, I have to arrange them either sequentially or logically. I choose to arrange them sequentially. This is how it works. Chronological order. I climb to the top. The story goes something like, I wanted to be a marketing director, as that was one of my goals or ambition. I achieved it, so I said I climbed to the top as a marketing director at a certain age. Then, because I was depressed and underperformed on my job, I lost my job. I was asked to leave. So I used the metaphor. I fell off the cliff, even though I was at the top. And then I felt that discovering life purpose is also an important part of this whole story. So I chose it as the third supporting statement. As a result of falling off the cliff, being jobless for a few months, I had the time and the space and the openness, and I listened and I found my life purpose. So that's in brief the 3 supporting statements that I chose to form my body. Next step, I need to expand these 3 statements to give examples. So these are some examples. It's all real. I climbed the top, evidence or example. I was a head of marketing in one company in Malaysia at age 36, and it felt like a king. I felt like Lion King at the time. However, I was worried, I was anxious, and I couldn't perform. And someone told me, Jason, I think you have mild depression. At that time, I didn't know what the heck was that. I didn't take any action. I didn't see anybody professionally. And in about 12 months holding this same position, I was asked to leave because of underperformance. And I left. But not only that, I lost my job 2 times within 6 months. So these are 2 evidences that supports the statement number 2, fell off the cliff. Then going on to the last statement, discovered my purpose. So I need supporting evidence as well. After I lost my job 2 times in 6 months, I kept asking myself what was the reason. Why it had to happen to me? I thought I was good, I was capable, I was experienced, but I still lose. I still have to lose my job twice in 6 months. So why? I didn't know. As I kept asking this reason, somehow I heard a voice, whether you believe it or not. Half of the friends don't believe me. However, I felt it's somehow true. I found my true calling by asking this question, and somehow a voice seems to tell me that, Jason, yeah, you have some ability and capability and passion, but you are actually serving the wrong market. I was a marketeer at the time, head of marketing. Your talent is not supposed to be made to build other people's businesses or brands. It's meant to serve young human beings. Okay, that's my three statements and the examples and evidences I put in. You can imagine that in writing a 5 to 7 minute speech, this is not enough. Yes, but this is just a workshop. You have to pen in the story in more detail, metaphors, examples, dramatize, and so on and so forth. Fourth step, going back to the opening. Opening can be the most challenging for many, many Toastmasters. So this was what I crafted at the time. What is worse than losing your job, ladies and gentlemen? That's to lose it 2 times in just less than 6 months. And that happened to me 10 years ago. This speech was written 2 years ago. So if I were to speak today to be more real, authentic, that happened to me 12 years ago. But I chose the number 10 because sometimes in speech you can use your creativity to make a more lasting impression. All right, a little bit of creativity probably is not penalized. Last but not least, I have to work on the ending. This was just my example. Don't need to copy. It's not the great one anyway. I told the audience, you will have many successes in life, but you will also fail. When you fail, remember that everything happens for a good reason. Your job is to trust it and to find it. Thank you. That was my closing. So all in all, these are the 5 steps to organize a speech. Idea, central idea starts first. List down 3 to 5 supporting statements. Arrange them in sequence or logical order. Expand them by giving examples or evidences. Then go back to work on your bun. Hook. Try to hook the audience within the first 30 seconds. Last but not least, the easiest part, in my opinion, is actually summarizing. But I hope your summary or closing can also leave an impact. Not like an evaluation speech where you summarize, okay, these are the 3 good things, these are the 2 room for improvements. Thank you very much, back to you. Good, but not impactful. If you want to join a contest, you want to leave something in the mind of the judges and the audiences. All right, enough of me speaking. Let's get to work. Time check now is 9:08. I might have gone a little bit fast for a reason because time is not on my side. And I want everyone, not everyone, I want some of you in the audience to participate in the next 10 minutes. We will actually organize a speech together as a group. Yep. Okay. I need people to speak up. Now, we want to organize a speech in about 8 to 10 minutes today. No need to be a winning speech, but need to be an organized speech. I would like somebody to suggest one central idea that we can work on for the next 10 minutes. One central idea, not something too niche that most people cannot relate to, something more relatable and general to Toastmasters in particular. What might be one
Happiness is
central idea?
coming from within.
Hmm?
Happiness is coming from within.
Okay, let me take down as ideas first, then we can short this in a bit of 2 minutes. Happiness comes from within. All right, who is that?
It's Ratno from Thailand.
Ratna, is it?
Yes, Ratno.
Thank you. Who else would want to suggest another central idea?
Overcoming fear of public speaking.
Overcoming fear of public speaking, relevant to most of us. Why don't we have one more suggestion than we chose?
Perfection is not necessary.
Who? Who is this?
Hi, Jason. My name is Daniel.
Daniel from?
Satu Hati Club.
Oh, have we met before?
I believe not. It's the first time meeting you. Nice to meet
Everything
you.
happens for a good reason, Daniel. All right, so we have 3 suggestions. Happiness comes from within. Overcoming the fear of public speaking. Lastly, perfection is not necessary. Wow, Daniel's, this relates to me, but might not be for everyone. I want to take a quick vote. Just raise your hand, whether it's virtual or real, it doesn't matter. I want to do this very quick and pick one of the topics so that we can work on it together. So again, recap. Choice 1, happiness comes from within. Who would want to, everybody only has one vote. Who would want to vote for this? Happiness comes from within. I can see one page, so I will take the one page. Yeah? Okay, next. Thanks for the votes. Overcoming fear of public speaking. All right. The third choice is perfection is not necessary. Wow. Daniel, you won the prize. Most people somehow, I would like to know more if I have the time. Curiously, why you chose this, but not now. So the winner in the central idea is Daniel's suggestion. Perfection is not necessary. Okay, if you have pen and paper, better use them now because you're going to work on your end. I'm going to work on my end. I don't have a whiteboard to use today. So we are going to try to help each other by being more congruent and consistent. So central idea, perfection, not necessary. The central idea need not be a perfect sentence nor grammatically perfect either. It just needs to be an idea. Get it? Because we are in work in progress. We are not going to battle in 2 minutes. Work in progress. Okay, I go back to share my screen so that everyone can have a common guide. Okay, this is what we were seeing. So we are now into the first half of ideation, or the first step. We have perfection is not necessary as a central idea. Quickly tell me the supporting statements. We will work up to 5 supporting statements, then we will shortlist to 3. Why not we start with Daniel. Daniel, what might be one supporting statement?
Sorry. I believe one of the supporting statements would be, for example, preparing for a speech. So imagine if you do not have enough time to prepare for the speech, and you want it to be perfect as possible, but then you realize that you do not have enough time. I think that can be a supporting statement, in my opinion. Thank
So
you.
the statement will be,
Uh, hmm,
if you make it shorter, the statement will be,
I think this statement would be like depression when it comes to writing for the speech. Yeah. Depression when writing for a speech, or stress when preparing a speech for Toastmasters Club. Yeah.
so try to follow you. Stressed to write a speech. Can I do that? Can I write that?
Yes.
Okay. Stressed up to write a speech. That's one supporting statement proposed by Daniel. Veronica, would you like to help us with the second supporting statement? No right or wrong so far. We are going to shortlist to 3 later on. But the central idea again, just a recap for everyone, perfection is not necessary. That's our central idea. Means we want the audience to take this message back home today. Audience, being perfect is not necessary. Okay, so first supporting idea suggested, stressful to write a speech. Veronica, why don't you help us with the second?
Fear of being judged.
Fear of being judged. Is this supporting the central idea or not? Fear of being judged. Imagine I start. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not necessary to be perfect. Why? Let me tell you 3 reasons. 1, fear of being judged. Somehow I feel it's not a supporting idea. It could be something that's happening with you, but doesn't seem to support the central idea.
Sure. Okay, I get it. Understand. Let me think.
Who else would want to support or suggest? Come.
I
There's
have one.
3.
Perfection does not exist, or rather, perfection is impossible.
Michelle, is it?
Yes.
Perfection doesn't exist. I like this. I like this. Michelle, I'll come back to you later, hopefully. You have 3. They are here using.
Well, we have Ryan in the chat.
Okay.
Type to us. Humans are not perfect. It's scientifically proven, and everyone has their flaw.
Humans have flaws. I will take this. Simplify it. Scientifically proven, Ryan. I'll keep that in mind and look for you later to give me the evidence if it's chosen.
Jaslyn also mentioned failure is the mother of success.
Oh, yo, I like the mother. Failure is. I like this mother better than my own mother.
Okay, I have one now.
Okay.
It's the imperfections that make something unique.
Oh, very interesting. Imperfection makes something unique. Yes, I'm unique because I'm imperfect. All right, we have 5 already. Daniel, stress to write a speech. I'll go through quickly, then we can shortlist. Stress to write a speech, number 1. Second, supporting statement, perfection doesn't exist. Number 3, humans have flaws, scientifically proven. 4, failure is the mother of success. 5th, imperfection creates uniqueness. I changed a little bit using my own style. Huh? All right, let's do a quick, again, raise hand vote so that we can shortlist to 3. Everybody has 2 votes now. I'll read out, put your hand or don't put your hand. It's okay. First, supporting statement, stressed up when writing speech. Who wants to choose this or shortlist this? Okay, for time purpose, I will just look at the first screen. Huh? Second, perfection doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. 2 words only, be careful. Third, humans have flaws. Humans have flaws. Mm-hmm. Fourth supporting statement, fourth choice, failure is the mother of success. Failure is the mother of success. Last, imperfection creates uniqueness. Wow. The highest vote goes to imperfection creates uniqueness, followed by somehow there's a tie, but it doesn't matter. We can choose 3. So shortlisted ones, if you can write down on your end as well. Perfection doesn't exist. Supporting statement number 1. Humans have flaws. Number 2. Imperfection creates uniqueness. Number 3. These are shortlisted by all of you. Now, next step is what? Arrange. We need to arrange either in logical or sequential manner. Any suggestion? Logical or sequential? I think it's logical, or there's nothing wrong because all 3 seems to point to something general yet specific. It doesn't go with time. It doesn't say like 100 years ago, this, 12 years ago, that, in future, the other one. No, it doesn't. Somehow these 3 supporting statements can be just arranged as they are, I feel. Can we do that? Just arrange as they come. Unless somebody has some idea that says, this should be 1, this should be last, this should be second. Okay, so if nothing, we'll go with this. Perfection doesn't exist as our first supporting statement in the body. Next supporting statement, humans have flaws, scientifically proven. Last supporting statement, imperfection equals uniqueness. Okay, all right, now I need 1 example or evidence to support each supporting statement. I will start with perfection doesn't exist. Who said this? Hopefully you can also give the evidence or example. It can be from your own life, huh? No need to be from Google. Because personal story is the best story, not Google story. Who said this just now?
I said it, Michelle. So,
Michelle, yes.
wow, this is tough. Perfection does not exist because there's always going to be someone who's better, and so on and so forth, and it never ends. And
Give one
because there's
example.
no end point.
Give
Yeah.
one example.
I think I might have given a perfect speech, and
Mhm.
yet the next speech was better.
Have you experienced this yourself recently?
Haven't done any competitions, but I never won any competitions. Okay, I can give you an example. It's not a very good example though.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, I participated in marketing awards years
Yep.
ago.
Mhm.
We won an award, and
Mm.
yet there are many others who won awards.
Mhm.
Nobody was perfect. Everyone was excellent.
Okay. Anyone has their own other example that is personal? Would want to suggest one for this to support this statement? Perfection doesn't exist.
I would like to share.
Sure, even.
In my recent project, I tried to ask my engineer in the team to work out on documentation, but because everyone is not familiar, it's important to get started first without thinking that we should do a perfect document. So we can always improvise later. If not, we will start there and not get things done.
So you guys have started. Has it ended already?
No, not yet lah.
Okay. So what's the benefit of starting first?
At least we start 10, 20, and 30% instead of waiting even proper instructions from upper management or stuff. It would waste us more time.
Okay, good one. I like this. Sorry, Michelle, not that yours is bad, because I also want to make a choice. Later, I want to do a short demo using all the stuff that you guys have provided for me. Okay, and I have to write notes because they are not my personal stories. Second supporting statement we have shortlisted is humans have flaws. This came from somebody who said about proven. Somebody said this has been proven just now. Ryan, yes, Ryan, yes. Yeah, very hard to remember words, when I see words and black background, but when you switch on your video, I surely can remember you. Ryan, yes, what is one personal example you want to give to support this supporting statement?
I would say that in life, there's a lot of areas. So for example, there's like the finance, there's like your health, there's like your self-achievements. And as humans, we have different standards for our criterias, and it's hard to reach every criteria and get a perfect score. And after counting for that, people have their own criteria as well. So it's kind of an endless game. You can't really get 100% score in your life. That's how I thought of it.
Okay, good, thanks. You have incited one example in my mind, but I keep it until later. Thanks, Ryan. The last supporting statement we are going to use for today's speech is imperfection can create uniqueness. Who suggested this just now?
I did, Veronica.
Veronica, yes.
Yeah.
You have a real example of your life? Yep, let's hear it.
Not of my life, but the first thing that comes to mind is art. So the great artists in the world, the great masters, I take Van Gogh or Picasso, for example, who are basically painting still life, but the art looks nothing like the real subject, mainly because it is basically their spin, their take on the subject that makes it unique. So it's not that it looks exactly like the like the arrangement. It's their perspective that is what makes it so valuable. So that's an example.
Well done. Let's move on to opening. So far, I want to demo later. I don't want to take up the time to recap a lot of times. Let's go to work on the bun on top, the opening. Who has an idea? Again, recap. Central idea is perfection does not exist. 3 supporting ideas or statements. Perfection doesn't exist. Example, engineering project by even. Humans have flaws. Example, when we have more money or we hit a certain milestone in finance, perhaps our health is actually on the other way around. Suggestion by Ryan. Third supporting statement, imperfection is unique. Take, for example, Van Gogh. Drawing something that looks like child's art, but today I can't afford. I don't think we can afford as well because it's priceless. So something like that, okay? So far we have 3. Let's work on the opening. I need suggestion to help. My mind is clogged up already. No need to be perfect as we are just doing a practice today. How can we start using a statement that hook the audience to the central idea? Perfection does not exist. Who wants to try? I guarantee if you try, your next speech will be pretty good. Benoni, you want to try? I haven't heard from you. You're good with words.
Thanks, Jason. Something came to my mind just now. It's like something like, have you ever been a perfectionist? And how do you feel like being a perfectionist? Thank you.
Can somebody suggest the third sentence, maybe? A good start. It intrigues the audiences already. I'm intrigued. What might be the third sentence to maybe transit to our body? Benoni can continue if you want. I'm sure you have experienced it, Benoni.
Can I try again, please?
Yes, right now you're from. Are
Thank you.
you from Thailand?
Well, I'm from Indonesia, but I
Oh,
live in Thailand. I'm a member of Venus.
Okay.
Can I say when you see yourself in front of the mirror, do you see any imperfection in yourself or on your face? Thanks.
Okay, so another question. If you look at the mirror, what do you see? Imperfection? So there are 3 questions to ponder. Later, maybe I will just paraphrase and see what I can do with these suggestions. Thanks, Ben, and thanks, Retno. Now we will move to closing. Closing basically is not that difficult compared to opening, but still need, I hope we can leave an impact to the listeners or audience. I haven't heard from Risan today. Risan, you want to suggest a closing? Can't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Well, life never have a
Now we can't hear you. Now we can't.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Now we can.
Now we can. Okay, I think my mic battery already. Well, just like our life, there's nothing perfect. Every day will always change. We will face the challenge, but as long as we are brave enough to face the challenge, we can make our life become better and become more perfect in every day.
Nice one.
Nice one.
I can hear my
Okay.
voice as well now. There's an echo. All right, we have a speech already. Let me get my mind and try to demonstrate if you put them all together in a simplistic manner, how might it look or sound like? Of course, I need to refer to the notes. Okay. Okay, demo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When was the last time you looked at the mirror and you saw yourself, your imperfect self? Your complexion, your squinty eyes like mine, extra fat, they always hide with a darker piece of cloth. When was the last time you said to yourself that you need to lose 5 kg? Me, I said it every single January for the last 15 years. Since then, I've put on extra 15 kg instead of losing the 5. I would like to tell you that we are born to be imperfect. And there are 3 good reasons why I say this to you today. Number 1, perfection does not exist. I was talking to my friend Evan just over coffee 2 days ago, and she shared her story. At her job, there was a very big and important project, engineering related, and she was the project leader or manager. She has to get it done, but nothing came from the management. Instructions were not there. It was not clear. Budget was not approved. She doesn't know what to do. But somehow, after getting over her stress and her anxiety, she decided, I need to start something. So in about 2 weeks, she, under her leadership, completed 30% of this whole engineering project, which is extremely important to the company. Today, it's going on well. The second reason I said this, that we are always and always imperfect, is that humans will have flaws. If you think you don't have, you are not human. My friend Ryan from Tasi TMC, one day, he said, I have a goal to make 5-figure salary when I'm 25. And Ryan is only 22. So when he was 25, he actually succeeded to make 5-figure salary on a monthly basis. He bought a brand new BMW 3 Series. However, after I bumped into him about 3 months later, I couldn't recognize him. He put on so much weight. As a counselor myself, I felt that he was in depression, perhaps overstressed by the need to look perfect, to look sharp, to look great in his brand new car. So humans have flaws. If you only recognize your flaws, then you're able to do something about them. What about Ryan? I hope when I meet him 3 years down the road, he said, I'm happy right now. I sold off the BMW. The third reason I said this to you today, ladies and gentlemen, is because I know that imperfections create uniqueness. An example given by my friend Veronica is Van Gogh. Van Gogh is somebody who was looked down upon when he was young. His art sold for nothing, didn't even go up to gallery. His art was actually just kept in his own room. And when somebody came to his house, he hid them in the cabinet because he was so shy of showing it to them. After he passed on, if I'm not wrong, his art fetched multi-million to some extent. And personally, I'm not able to afford them. I went to Ho Chi Minh City not too long ago, and I asked the artist there to draw me something similar, replicas of Van Gogh. Therefore, I believe that sometimes when you are imperfect, you actually have the ability and opportunity to stand out in the way that you're born to be. Reason once told me that life can never be perfect. She wants to be better looking, taller, but she isn't, not perfect. However, she also told me that If we are able to face the challenge of imperfection and problems and issues daily, overcome them the way that we can, then one day we will look back at our journey and say, wow, that has been worthwhile. Because now I feel a better person, not necessarily a richer person, but someone who has more joy, more confidence, and more peace in my mind. Thank you. All right, that's an example or demo, something I cooked up, almost like impromptu. And thank you so much for all the help. I think I have exceeded the time by 10 minutes. No, I think it's definitely real because I am also imperfect. So please don't penalize me because even timer, almost back to you, almost back to TOE, yeah, because you taught me, all of you taught me, imperfection does not exist. So I'm happy to speak for extra 11 minutes. Now I hand the floor back to Toastmaster of the evening, Mei Hong.
Thank you very much, Jason Thong, for your this workshop, this speech writing. It's very informative and it's a really good practical that you give us in this online session. It's not only you give us just the structure, like this. You even brainstorming and you direct give out the speech. Is a really good example giving that I learned a lot today from you. I think from all of us too. Thank you very much. Okay, now let us have a group photo. Can we have a group photo? Everyone, please, you can on your camera, please. So we can have a group photo.
I need to take twice, yeah, because of the screen. Okay, everybody smile. Oh, Ryan, you don't want to show your face. Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. Another one for the second group. Hold on. One. Okay. That second one, everybody turn on your camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Ta-da. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, all done.
Okay, all done. Thank you, Renaud. Thank you. May I ask, timer, even do we have any time for a small break or another break?
We don't actually. Let's quickly.
Okay. So sorry, everyone. We proceed with our third part of our meeting, which is the evaluation part. So now let me introduce our general evaluator, which will provide we will take over from here. Pass the floor to you, Alicia Lim, our general evaluator for today.
Thank you, Mei Hong. And thank you, Jason, for your super professional and very catchy and easy to remember. The workshop is very helpful for us. And now we are going to our evaluation section. First of all, I will invite Grace to evaluate our only speech for today, Michelle, and then followed by the our technical report, and then I will end with my general evaluation report. Okay, Grace, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alicia. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Michelle for completing her high-performance leadership project. Shall we all give her a big round of applause? Now, for the benefit of some of the Toastmasters who may not be familiar with the HPL, we call it HPL project for short form. It is actually at least a 6-month project that you need to complete in 1 or 2 of the path that you chose. So in Michelle's path, she has this HPL project. Now, I like the part that she introduced about her project, even though I missed her first speech. What was her project all about? To conduct a workshop for a Toastmasters club about mindfulness. And she also shared about the challenges and the emotion, most importantly, that she felt and how she overcome by practicing mindfulness, about the breathing technique that she demonstrated, and also how she has opened door for a new opportunity for her to start a new project. When your mind is open, when you let go of your challenges, a miracle will happen. And that's the faith that she has. And she practiced that. And she succeed completing HBL project in another platform, in a church, sharing 2 sessions. The first session was 150 participants, and the second day, only 50 sessions, but she explained why, because there are few workshops concurrently. I like her voice. It's so soothing, it's so calm, and it actually calmed me down to listen to her speech very attentively, sharing how she transformed her emotion to overcome the challenges. Now, Michelle, how can I give you some suggestion to make your speech even more impactful and to capture the audience attention and also the learning that they can take away from you for your HBL project? I would like to suggest that you share how you organize, plan, and manage and lead the team that you have been given by your senior pastor. And how, secondly, that your guidance committee add value and guide you in your HBL project. And thirdly is important because this project is about leadership, how you demonstrate or how you learn to be a leader by managing your team who may be coming from different background, different personality, and maybe they come from different objective or intention being your team. So these are the 3 suggestions that I could give to you to improve on your presentation. And another important point I'd like to add is, I'd like to challenge you, in fact, to show some pictures and photo that you conduct the workshop as a supporting document or evidence that you had completed your HBL project and succeed in doing it. So, Michelle, these are the tips that I'd like to give you for if next time you do another HBL project or even your DTM project, which is very similar to the HBL project. So congratulations, Michelle, for completing your HBL project. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Grace. Now may I invite Ben for your grammarian report. Sorry. May I invite Risan for your table topic evaluation?
Thank you, Alicia. Tonight, I would like to congratulate for all the table topic speakers that you all achieved. I would say that the session is successful, conducted by Crystal and also our speakers. I was congratulations that you all achieved the table topic sessions. Well done. Congratulations on that. Overall, I would say that tonight speakers doesn't look like the first timer or even they show that they have the experience on the impromptu speech, And overall, why I say so, one of the reasons that I like tonight's all speakers is they share by using the aspects of storytelling. When you share the storytelling, it links back to your personal life and make you feel that, you are into their story. Also, you link back to your personal story. That's why when the storytelling technique is used during the impromptu, like the Mr. Bean that Mr. Rabin shared, and also the story about Hazel's sons, it will make us appear the pictures. So overall, I would like to congratulate that they all did well on this part. And for the improvement or the area suggestion that I can give is, overall, I would say that the structures of the story should, when you start your impromptu, you should start think of how you can structure your storytelling or your example, the giving. So it's very important with an opening, a message delivered, and then closing with a summary or a value or call to actions, so that people have the impressions on the topic that's given to you. So in overall, well done for tonight table topic sessions, and congratulations all the speakers that doing well on this. And I hope that next time I can see you in Venus table topic also in our next session. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Risan. Now is our technical report sessions. May I invite Ben for your grammarian report? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, G. And I hope everyone can see my grammar report, which is showing on the screen. So first of all, we have the first speaker, who was Michelle. I love your speech very much. Found some improper grammatical usage. For example, found the place of peace and calm, and also both the sessions in the conference. There'll be a suggestion from me. Found the place of peace and calmness, because both are nouns. Instead of both the sessions, I think both sessions would be better. I managed to capture some of the good phrases and words like back to square one, which means back to the initial point or beginning or the starting point. The next one is, instead of organizing on what had happened, I started for allowing possibility and opportunities to come in. I found it very good. And one more thing from you was, when life offers you a lemon, let's make a lemonade. This is very good. Well done. And you managed to use at least the word of the day, faith, twice. Thank you so much for that. Next, we have the first table topic speaker, Ravindran. I managed to capture a good phrase from you. The one that takes the cake or takes a cake is definitely Mr. Bean. Thank you so much for that. Sorry that I have not heard any usage of the word of the day from you. Yuan Ni, I heard something like, I wish she can show me something. I think this could be rephrased as, I wished she could show me something. And I managed to capture a good phrase from you. Finding a voice is not by speaking or expressing through voice, but by action. I like it very much. There was no word of the day, faith, coming from you in your speech, but no worries. Next one, Hazel. You mentioned about at the moment he is using. I think it would be better if you can say, at the moment he was using something. Thank you for all the arranging. I think you are talking about, thank you for all the arrangement. I like a quote or phrase that you have used for your son, if I remember correctly. I feel like I'm a star or superstar. There was no word of the day used, no worries, but well done on your speech. Song Lin, lost your voice is not blah, blah, blah. I think you are talking about losing your voice is not blah, 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 okay? And about the good phrase that I've captured will be, take one step at a time. The next one is, things come into the picture when you look back. Last but not least, have a leap of faith in yourself. And with that, actually, you use the word of the day. Thank you so much. The last speaker, Veronica, I like the phrase you use, just do it. Very simple and well done. No word of the day from you, but it's okay. Overall, we have a group of people or speakers who have done very well in their speeches with good grammar and vocabs. Thank you so much. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Ben, for your very detailed report. Now, may I invite R Counter, our first timer, R Counter, Pepe, for your report.
Sure.
Let me share my report. Can you all see?
Can.
Okay. So this is the counter report. For Michelle, basically the speech was almost perfect. I only managed to catch a during when she paused a bit during the speech. Yeah. So 1 from Michelle. And for table topic speakers, Mr. Ravindran, basically the speech was very good as well, and I just managed to catch 3 during his speech. For Yuani Kaur, there is total of 23 crutches in her speech, and there's 2 14 2 so, 2 and 3 repetitive words. For Hazel is 10 or gum that I listened during her speech. Then for Sung Ling, 1 and 4 repetitive words in her speech. And for Veronica is 3 and 6 yeah. Then moving on to speech evaluator for Grace, she totally knew it. I couldn't manage to catch any fillers in her evaluation. For reason, there's 1 7 and 1 so, yeah, during her evaluation. And that's all from my side. Back to you, Elisha.
Thank you, Pepe. May I invite Ewan for your timer report? Thank you.
Okay. Allow me to share my screen. Please unshare yourself quickly.
Okay, over to you.
All right, this is my timer log. As you can see, all of the speakers tonight, albeit table topic speakers and prepared speakers, prepared speakers is 10 minutes exceed the time. However, the rest are within the time. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, all my technical role player. It's a long day and I will do my general report quick and sweet. Okay, first of all, I would like to give the big claps to all first-timer, SAA, Hui Ying, first-timer counter Pepe, first-timer table topic Krista, and first-timer general evaluator Elisha. Thank you for your courage and then make this meeting happen. And yeah, the meeting start at 8 on time. This is a very good practice during the past 2 years. And then I thank you for I like the okay, I like the recent president. I don't know, I didn't notice when we start to have the auction hammer. But if you can make the sound, then it will be better. So I like this little detail things. And then I also like the TOE, very humorous. Even though she is very nervous, she also say that she want to calm down herself and then she feel the room is warmer. So it's just like make some jokes to make the atmosphere more cheer. And I would like to share okay, for Grace, Grace, your evaluation is always like professional, and I also agree with you that I like Michelle's voice and her speech is always memorous, and then it's very we can learn a lot from Michelle. And I also agree with you that maybe Michelle, you can make some visual, because people will see visual, then we will remember. And there is some confusion at the beginning. Okay, I will suggest, Grace, maybe you can check with the speaker, yeah, next time. Okay, thank you, Grace. And then the next one, grammarian, Ben, I liked your details and you list down all the codes and which sites, which area that should be improved, and you also give your suggestion. And you also use the how many words of the day that they use, but I would like to suggest you that if they didn't use any words of the day, maybe you no need to mention about it, or maybe you just don't use red color, because red color is very like red, like not a good signs. So it will make people feel like disappointed. So maybe I just this thing you can take note. And for our first timer Pepe, yeah, for the first time you are very good in listening. You can capture a lot of like filler words. Then it's a very good job for you. And okay, I will suggest you. I know that we always very nervous. So what I learned from Toastmaster is you keep smiling. When you are on the screen, then you have to smile. So even though you're nervous, people won't notice. Thank you for trying. For even timer, of course, there is no problem for even a very good detailed report. And okay, overall, we are running some. Okay, I messed up Risan. Okay, thank you, Risan. Risan, I know that because it's running out of time, so you are given the general, like overall the evaluation. And then I am very impressed that we have 5 table topic, which we usually just have 2 or 3. But next time, maybe Crystal, you have to take note if run out of time. Before that, you have to check with the timer. I mean, like in chat or yeah. So we no need to run out of the time. And then of course we want to thank Jason for giving this very impressed and very helpful and very a lot of tips for us. I think I no need to give. I like all the okay, even though you run out of 11 minutes because the meeting, but I think I want to say some of the good point. You have a very clear and catchy presentation, the slides, and then you also like very detailed and one step by step in teaching us, and then it's also have the interaction. It's very helpful to let people remember, because through this kind of like interaction and then like a game, so it's very helpful for us to remember. So I hope all of our members, you all will have a better speech for next time. Thank you. Other than that, I think this is all my evaluation, and thank you, and pass to you, President Risan.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I think tonight will be quite a rushing session because we are out of time. But before that, before we end our meeting, I would still like to show some appreciation. So may I ask for SAA to present the Toastmaster to present the appreciation cert to our role player and also our speakers. Yeah, our best table topic. We have voted for our best table topic. So congratulations, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Ravin. Okay, and next. Okay, thank you for Jason for tonight. Very impressive and informative, useful. I would say that it's a very informative and useful practical workshop to us. And I believe that participants over here benefit from your workshops, right? Agree? Give love emoji to Jason. Thank you so much, Jason. Next, also, I would like to thank you, Benoni, for taking up the grammarian role in the last minute because actually tonight all our role players supposed to be from our club member, but just Lewan, our member, suddenly fall asleep and Benoni accept the role in the last minute. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Benoni. Okay, so next, before we end our meeting, I would like to have the announcement. Give me a while. Okay. Sorry, apologies. Can you see my share screen? Okay, fellow members, I would like to announce that we have extended due to some requirement from our member that they have interest to join in also for the competition. So we have extended our registration and our competition date to first week of December. And the competition will happen in 2nd December, Saturday night. And remember, you need to register to our organizing chair, Alicia. So don't forget to register now, fellow members. We're waiting for you for achieving the club champions and also go into the next level and try to win the district if possible. Okay? Look forward. I know that Michelle, you have the interest, so I'm looking for your registration soon. Okay, that's it from me, the information. Okay, before we end the meeting, so just like to give us my president closing speech. Today, I really appreciate that today Jason give us this workshop because I think when you enter into the not only enter into the competition session, but also is from ourselves because Venus actually is glad that we never really have the opportunity to do the speechcraft workshop. So we try to explore what is speechcraft about, and also we try to explore more on how we can more into organizing our speech. And especially when it comes to speech competition, we encourage members to join it. Their feedbacks always I don't know what to speech. I don't know how to craft my speech. So I think tonight is a very good session that it shows that we can learn and benefit not only from Toastmaster, but also actually this technique that we learn, it might also help us to craft our speech for our daily life or your works, the organization that you need to present yourself outside of your work. Okay, so thank you so much once again. And tonight, I'm really happy that I can see we are achieving about 50 of the participants. So thank you for your support, and I really looking forward in future that you all can join Venus Club meeting again. So if I saw okay. Thank you, and that's all for me. So I will formally adjourn the meeting. Is end now. Thank you, everyone. Yay!
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jace. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, goodbye.
Thank you,
I saw
everyone.
Siu Feng. I miss you.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thanks.
Hey, Siu Feng too.
Siu Feng.
Hey,
You
June
join
also
last.
come. June also join. Wow, sorry. I'm
Hello.
really very tired already.
Hello.
Okay.
Well done, well
Yeah,
done.
I purposely
Good
join
session.
and see you all, ma. I miss you all,
Yes, I
ma.
miss you all. You're good there. You see, I stay so
Uh.
long and then I can see you. Hey,
Yeah, masih
Rizan.
ayo. Venus, I mean your club organize punya thing, of course I
Yeah,
must
Support,
join
support.
one.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah. And next next month my club also have one
Workshop.
talk. I also got one meeting, and then also similar. Then we need the talk. We also have one IS talk lah. So I already invite one of the past district champion to give us 3 important things in a winning speech. So you all want to join contest, right? Come to my workshop.
Give me the
Come to my
date.
club meeting.
I will promote it.
You see, later,
Okay,
those
can.
who want to join IS must come. Otherwise, who didn't come, then you have then you will have less chance to win that those who come already. Because who come will know the secret. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can you just send us the details, but not in
Okay lah. Hey, so recent, and my this Saturday, my club also this one for Penang one So my club also have a Halloween team building. So who are in Penang want to come and join the team building, Halloween team building, then you can costume like a ghost. Then you scare people. Risan join us. So yeah. See who else are in Penang one can come and join us lah.
You didn't give me your team yet.
I didn't give you
Halloween team ah.
Halloween no? My Halloween is team lah. The team is Halloween no? That's why you need to wear like the hero ka or the beauty ka, the princess also can. You want to wear like a ghost also can. Wear like a princess also can. Wear like the superhero also can.
Vampire.
You don't want to wear also can. I don't mind.
Aiyo.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay lah. I also want to leave for evening. Bye-bye.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
Good night. I know that just now actually we should have the breakout room, and then at the end I didn't open the breakout room because first is because of we are running out of time. Sorry, I will stop the recording first.